So I woke up this morning, and I checked one of my messenger, and I saw a conversation going on. I was gonna go find the post and go ahead and speak my mind there, but I decided that that wasn't enough for me. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Brian Caldwell. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. All right, so I don't know how many of you watching are from the Springfield area. I know quite a few of you are. But I'm going to ask you guys to help me make a couple people famous, right? Okay, so Shane Shamedy is currently missing. He flipped out of a canoe, and they still haven't found him out at the Sangamon River. This was last Saturday, I believe it was Saturday. So I found these messages this morning. They did, the family and friends and everybody went out to the river. They did a balloon launch for his 30th birthday. Okay, so I woke up this morning and I found these comments, and I'm gonna twist these around and show you real quick, and then I'll read them to you. Okay, so this Amy Blossy, and she says, as much as this is a sad solution, which I think she meant situation, but this is the type of people that we're dealing with, so are balloon releases. That's just pollution and littering. You're going to be fishing balloons out of the local watering holes for months. So, I found that one, and this is Amy Blossy, A-M-I-E-B-L-A-S-I, okay? Now, environmentalists crack me up because they're so compassionate and they care so much about the environment that they are going to go and start bashing people, and this is on News Channel 20's Facebook page, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. So they're going to go and they're going to bash people for letting balloons go in the air because they're polluting, they're going to hurt the environment. You're going to be pulling balloons out of watering holes for months. And just her wording, I don't know. I knew Shane. I knew Shane personally. I call him a friend. It's pretty sad. I can't imagine. My prayers are with Mickey and the family. I can't. I can't even imagine. So anyway, I had to go on a little tangent this morning because I find, and then this Ashley Bowman, okay, so let's read this too before I get into too much talking. Okay, so then this Ashley Bowman comes on and she says, how does spreading awareness of the damage balloon releases cause on our environment come across as not compassionate? There are many, many ways to honor loved ones that don't involve polluting or risking other beings' lives. Okay, so she is worried about other beings' lives. She didn't say human beings. She just said other beings' lives. Okay? And then this one here, she says, you're going to be fishing balloons out of the local watering holes for months. Okay, so this is Amy Blossy, who's talking about the pollution and littering. You're going to be fishing them out of the water holes. A-M-I-E-B-L-A-S-I. And this other one is Ashley Bowman, A-S-H-L-E-Y, B-O-W-M-A-N. What's your opinion, Lisa? Let's talk. Ask me anything. My opinion is that we have a couple people, we have these people who apparently appear to be environmentalists who care so much about the society and beings' lives that they're completely inconsiderate of the fact that this family is out here looking for their son who's live, they don't know what is going on with. So we have these people, I don't get it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe the hypocrisy is just me. Maybe I'm the only one that sees this. But, I mean, even Amy's choice of words, you know, you're going to be fishing balloons out of your local watering holes for months. I mean, that is disgusting. Given the circumstances and given the situation that's going on here, I might not find... Okay, my thought is when you are grieving and looking for your child, the last thing you are thinking about is the environment. Well, and you know, and should you be caring about the environment at that time? Absolutely not. Because let me tell you something. If human life didn't exist on the face of this earth, what would the environment matter? Would it matter? If a tree falls in the woods, and nobody's around to watch it, does it make any sound? Well, I know that one's true because a tree fell on my neighbor's house one day, and I wasn't there to watch it, but I sure heard it. And I got up and I went outside, and sure enough, there was a big old tree laying on his house. So, I know that one's true. So if we don't have... These people care so much about the environment that they don't care about human life. There's absolutely a time and a place to post these comments, and it's not on a post of a missing person, and it makes me sick. You're right, Lisa. Absolutely, 100%. I really can't believe that these people, well, A, have the audacity to comment. And listen to me. I call my Facebook page the Thunderdome. You guys have watched me. You guys have, seen me. I'm radical. I'm what they call crazy. If they ever pass that, you know, snitch bill, for your neighbors or police or somebody can call and say that you're crazy and the cops come and take your guns away, I'm going to probably be the first victim of that. But this is ridiculous. You know, this is, or risking other beings' lives. So I almost, it's not worth it to me though, because I'm not going to go on there and get on an argument with these people. But I will just say this. Ashley Bowman is worried about risking other beings' lives, but she's not even worried about the life that is out there. If she cares so much about the environment and so much about lives, and then why don't you go out? Why don't she get up off the couch? Why don't she go out there and volunteer and help look for him? If she cares so much about beings and people's lives. Alright. And then this one, man, you're going to be fishing balloons out of the local watering holes for months. That, to me, is the most inconsiderate thing you can say in the world. And this woman should be seriously ashamed of herself. You know, and I don't know if she really thought this comment through very well. Okay, but let's compare this here. What are we worried about? Fishing balloons out of fishing holes? Or are we worried more about pulling a friend and a family member and a loved one out of a watering hole? So Amy Blassie, I know you're around town. I hope this finds you. And I just want to say that you're a very inconsiderate, rude, disgusting human being. Okay? I'm not going to say what I really want to say, because it'll be used against me later on down the road. I'll keep that in here. But you're a disgusting excuse for a human being. Please do it, Lisa. Do it. I hope it finds her. I hope it finds her, and I hope it also finds, and I might go try to tag him in it after. Alright, so in the meantime, I came on to talk about that and a couple other things. I don't want to just sit here and go on a rant, because I'm gonna say some things that I would rather not say out loud. So moving on, the other day, we were at work and a co-worker showed me this video, and I watched it. I watched it a few different times. I don't know. It's such a short clip, and the guy pulls his camera away, but I'm not gonna. Okay, listen. And before I even go on this rant here, look, I'm not anti-police. I'm not anti-law enforcement. Okay, I love our police. I love our law enforcement. I believe that they, they're courageous people for going out there and putting their lives on the line every day, and God bless them. But at the same time, we have a racial divide in this country. Okay, and we have, going back to, so let's say Ferguson, and where Black Lives Matter really first started, coming out, and Michael Brown. And so because these people are considered left-wing, right, we have the right adamantly against them. And I'm not talking about the parties here. I'm talking about the populace, all right? So, and this is the trends that I see from social media and Twitter and everything, okay? So, like, police brutality. We all are quick to say, oh, well, Michael Brown was a criminal, blah, 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 blah. He tried to grab the cop's gun, da, 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 da. Okay, and all that may be true. And I'm not saying that exact situation, because I've watched the videos on it, and I'm not saying that exact situation, the cop wasn't within his legal bounds in the Michael Brown situation, okay? I would have had to sit in the courtroom and see the evidence and hear the evidence to be able to give you a fair opinion on that, honestly. But we can find tons and tons and tons. Philandro Pace. Let's go to Philandro Pace. Had no gun. No gun whatsoever. And if you watch that video, you can see that cop is literally shaking. Like, that cop should have never been out on the streets to begin with. He should have either never had a job. Well, honestly, in my opinion, he should have never had a job on public tax dollars. But if you want to sit him in a desk, sit him in a desk. But get that guy off the streets. You can tell he was nervous. The guy was sitting there shaking. If you can't stand up and realize there are good cops and there are bad cops. No, and there's not as many bad cops as people seem to think. And, this has always been going on. We think that the police are getting worse, but this has always been going on. But it's become more prevalent in today's society because now we have video footage of everything. So this is a real quick video. I'm going to play it for you.
Don't kill him. Jesus Christ. I think he's dead.
Alright, so, and you can find many, many, many of these videos out there. Okay? So, Kanye West Kanye West is now out taking a lot of heat and a lot of flack because apparently he loves Trump. Come out, he's a Trump supporter. Now I see the right totally putting their arms out and welcoming him in, and come on, we love you, Kanye, we got your back, which is a great thing. It's a great thing. Yeah, Angela, way bad cops. That cop, and I've been listening to it over and over. I've been watching it over and over and over. I'm really trying to understand what he said right at the very beginning. I think he said, you're a frustrating motherfucker. Something to that nature. Okay, so I can't quite make it out, so I'm not going to go too much into that, but regardless of what, that is excessive force. And I don't care. You know what? It would have been better for the cop to pull out a gun and shoot the guy than to bash his face off of the floor 5 times. Okay? If that is not, and listen, I'm gonna take the, I'll post it up on my wall here after I get off here. But I'm going to take the white and black out of this because that's what we're going to see in the conversation is going to be out there. Well, oh, you guys, it's a white guy, blah, 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 blah. You know, you don't care when it happens to black guys, but now it's a white guy and all of a sudden, or, you know, oh, look, why ain't you guys marching for this white guy that got killed by the police? Don't all lives matter? I guess only black lives matter. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. We gotta stop it, people. We've gotta stop it. We've got to stop allowing the system to divide us. We have to come together as a people. Okay? And we have to, and I don't care if you're right or left. It does not matter because, or in the middle, it does not matter. Because the right to bear arms is there for your own protection. And when you see videos like this of police, and whether it's a white victim, a black victim, it does not matter, using excessive force and violence to unarmed citizens. And now that house was trashed, okay? Don't get me wrong, that house was trashed. It looks like there was quite a fight that happened. He might have punched that officer in the head 6 times. He might have broke the officer's nose. I don't care. The guy was already down on his knees, head to the floor, like that, and when the video starts, they had his hands right there. Put his hands behind his back, put the cuffs on him, drag him out. If you want to, punch him in the head a couple times if that's what you feel you gotta do to get your licks back. You caved this dude's head in on a floor. You caved this guy's head. Smash! 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 And the thing is this cop won't lose his job for it. He won't get fired for it. He'll stay on the force, or they'll move him to a different force, somewhere else. They'll transfer. They'll put in a transfer. Send him somewhere else. As long as we keep looking at it as a Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, blah, 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 us versus them, Republican, Democrat, as long as we keep looking at it like that, that's the way it's going to keep being. It's going to continue to exist that way in the streets. But if we all just stop for a second and say, wait a minute, we all are on the same team. We are the team. Us, we the people are the team. We're all on the same team. It's us, the people, versus our employees. Remember that, our employees. These people work for us. At least that's the way it was written. At least that's the way it was supposed to be. And I don't know what happened along the way where we, the people, allowed ourselves to become so damn divided that we wear these blinders to focus on these issues that, well, if you don't like Trump, then I don't like you. Well, what? Okay, cool, great. People hate Kanye because he come out and he said, I love Trump. You know, you got his own wife tweeting, talking about, hey, I don't support Trump, but Kanye does, and that's cool. That's on him. No, why do we allow ourselves to be divided? I don't know. I don't know if it's because I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist and say, oh, it's media indoctrination and they're controlling the narrative and they're controlling our minds and it's, UK Ultra, whatever. It's, it's in the water. It's fluoride. It's chemtrails. No, it's not. It's a heart problem. It's a heart problem that we don't care about each other. We only care about ourselves and protecting us and our own to get through to what we got to do. We quit caring about each other. We lost community. We don't have community anymore. Community is divided, and that's our problem. Hey, Joe, how's it going? We cannot continue to say a house divided amongst themselves will fall. Isn't that how it goes? Something like that. We've got to stop it, people. We've got to stop. All lives matter. Black lives matter. Sure do. White lives matter too. All lives matter. Police lives matter. They have homes. They have families. But we can't allow a conversation about police brutality when whether it's a white man, a black man, armed, unarmed, whatever. Okay, we've got to send it to our justice system. We've got to look at the evidence. We can't allow the narrative to divide us on that and devalue the life of another human being. We're all human beings, okay? And our government officials, the ones that I feel are the oppressors, that the ones that are in control. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way as I do. And I know there is. We divided allows them to continue things like this. And we have one side of we the people that want to take the other side of we the people's gun rights away from them. They say, we don't want to come after your guns. We don't want to come after your guns. That's bullshit. They do want to come after your guns. They want to come after certain guns. Okay, guns that fire 800 rounds a minute. Well, if that's what you're looking for, you got the wrong fucking house. Because, good luck. I don't... Yeah, okay. People that have never shot a gun in their lives. But then these are the same people that are standing up and saying, Black Lives Matter, police brutality, blah, 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 blah. So, again, hypocrisy. So we see so much hypocrisy, just like when I started off with the environmentalists, worried about balloons in the fishing holes and endangering people's lives, okay? And they're commenting on a post of a missing man that's being search and recover mission for out at the lake that's been going on for 5 days. But you're going to come and talk about caring about beings' lives. It's hypocrisy. Okay, and when we have a society and anyone as a people that wants to say police brutality, and then in the next breath talk about responsible gun control, because that's what they call it now, or protecting the kids, keeping our kids safe, because, they always got to guise it under a good cause, because that's how they roll, because that's how the people buy into it. That's how we feed into it. They play off of emotions. But these people have no emotions, right? Because at 1 minute, they're protesting for Michael, and this is nothing against the Black Lives Matter movement, okay? This is against the fakes, the ones that are just there for the bandwagon. You can tell them apart. You can talk to them. You can separate the men from the boys, okay? It's real easy. The ones that I'm talking about are the ones that you go and you ask them a question and they have no idea why they're even there or why they're even protesting. They can't even tell you. Okay, so we have these people that are claiming, and rather it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's the environment. Well, we're willing to, throw human life aside. We don't care if this is, like green energy. We don't care that it sucks and it costs more money to produce than it even energy that it creates. We don't care about that because we're just like, hey, it'll save lives. It'll make us feel better. I did my part to save the earth. Go Earth Day. Listen, I got news for you, environmentalists. The world's going to end anyway. It doesn't matter what you do to save it. You are not in control. Cutting your little plastic rings and 6-pack holders and tossing them in the trash can before you... It might save a fish's life, but guess what? It's not going to save the planet. This planet has a destiny. It's going down. The old heaven and the old earth will be tossed into the lake of fire. Oh no, now they're going to call me a radical Christian. Shit. That's okay. He died for me and I'll die for him. Don't ever forget that. Okay, back to the guns. So these people that are bitching about police brutality and like, this is a bad example because nobody's really talking about this one. I guess I should use one that was high profile, whatever. Doesn't matter. The same people that are screaming police brutality are the same people that are standing up and saying, well, only police and military should be able to own AR-15s. Yesterday, you were worried about the police shooting unarmed civilians. Today, police and military are the only ones that should have these guns. I don't comprehend what is so hard about that. What is so hard to understand about that? It comes naturally for me that this is just hypocrisy. This is stupidity. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. But these people seriously carry this on as a platform, and it brainwashes millions of people that follow along with this. Some days I sit on the couch and I say there is no hope for humanity at all. Okay, and this isn't just about my views and my opinions, because I haven't stated... you guys know where I stand, but I haven't stated if I'm supportive of guns or anti-gun in this whole conversation. I haven't said it yet. Doesn't matter if you're pro-gun or not. If you're screaming police brutality and then the next day you're saying that only police should have guns, you're not making any sense. And this is why you have people on the right that won't listen to you. They won't even listen to a word you got to say. Kanye comes out and says, I love Trump. Now they want to hear everything the man's got to say. Right? Now they love him. They embrace him. We love you, Kanye. Hey, I respect Kanye. I've never been a Kanye fan. I don't like his music. I'm not a fan of it. Just never have been. He's not my style of rapper. But I'm a fan of the guy. I'm a fan of the guy Kanye West, and all the heat that he's taking right now. I gotta admire him, man. He's standing tall and true, and for what he believes in, he's not scared to talk about it, and he don't care what the ramifications of it are. You know, he's a brave dude, but my bitch is this, and just like with me, why I'm so hard on the Republican Party, I'm a Republican. And when I see my party doing wrong and straying away, it's my job to hold my party accountable, right? Just like the police chief and whoever internal affairs, whoever's job it is to hold these police officers accountable, our court systems, right? Well, it's my job to hold my party and my party accountable. I have to hold my people accountable. Okay, so like last night I went back and I watched the video footage from the mother of all rallies. Okay, and they talked about I can't remember his name now, the president of Black Lives Matter New York got up on stage, shared the stage with the Trump supporters at the free speech rally. They gave him the mic, he talked. The crowd cheered when he said he was an American. The crowd cheered when he said he was a Christian. The crowd cheered when he said the only way we're going to fix it is together. The only way we're going to make America great again is together. Which, bravo, brother, that was good. They cheered. But when he said about the police choking out an unarmed black man, choking him to death, everybody booed. Okay. Patriots. I understand. We all love our law enforcement. We love our police that protect us. They're our friends. They're our family members. I get it. But it's our job to hold them accountable, right? So I don't care. Stop trying to change it to all lives matter. Because you know what? All lives do matter, but stop trying to change it. Stop trying to change it. Let them have their voice. Did you start it? Did you stand up? Did you organize? Listen, I'm not promoting the stomping down the streets and setting shit on fire and breaking up buildings. That's just stupid. That's mentally retarded. That's getting you nowhere. Oh, maybe it gets you some helicopters flying over looking at you. It does nothing for your cause, okay? And so I'm not promoting that, but what I am promoting is that Black Lives Matter saw a problem within their own communities and they joined together and they organized and they started doing something about it. And whether we agree with what they did about it or the way they're doing about it, doesn't matter. They did it. If we want to sit on the sidelines and criticize that, I get it because we don't agree with it, but how does that make us any better than it does them? If we want to have a say in this, and I'll quote, it was Senator Jason Barrickman, I believe it was, that said, speaking about legalization of marijuana here in Illinois. He said, look, it's coming. It doesn't matter what we do, so we can either be a part of it, of the solution, we can be part of the drafting, we can be part of creating it, or we can sit back and do nothing and just cast a no vote and not have any say in it. Those are your options. All of a sudden Kanye comes out and he says he loves Trump. Now you guys want to open your arms to him. Alright, now the mother of all rallies, it upset me because I was ashamed of the Patriots, the people that call themselves Patriots. I was ashamed that when he said that there was no justice for an unarmed black man getting choked out. Listen, Patriots, why do we love our guns so much, right? What do we hold so dearly to our Second Amendment for? There's many reasons. To protect the rest of them, right? To protect against a tyrannical government, right? Now, I understand blue lives matter. I get it. But regardless of not, if they're out killing unarmed citizens, that is tyranny. Right? And so if it was them coming to try to take our guns, we can justify standing up and having a bloody, bloody war. But we can't justify buildings getting trashed up and cars getting smashed up and burning cities down for unarmed people getting killed against tyranny. I don't see the difference here, folks. I don't see what there's so much to be divided about, folks. I think there's a center ground that we can all come together on. We can all agree that tyranny is tyranny, and it wears many different faces. And police killing unarmed citizens is one of them. Whether we want to like it or not, you can love, you can absolutely be a full-blown on advocate for Blue Lives Matter, right? The thin blue line, I get it. Our law enforcement is amazing, but there's no reason that you can't be pro-law enforcement and pro-bad law enforcement, pro-bad cop. There's no reason that you can't be both. So, basically, I guess I'm going to end my rant with this. Put the petty bullshit aside, people. We as a people have to come together as one unit. Because it is us versus them. The elite, our employees, our own employees have turned against us. The people we pay their salaries. Okay, they work for us. These Capitol buildings across the nation, they belong to us. Not those that sit in them. And then they put armed guards outside of the doors to protect them. Right? You got to go through metal detectors with cops standing there with guns, right? Got to go through metal detectors to get in there while they're sitting there talking about and voting on legislation to take your right to defend yourself against a tyrannical government away from you while they're sitting behind armed guards. All right, man. I'm going to stop because I'm just ranting at this point. But like I said, wake up, people. There's way more that we can be focusing on, where areas where we can come together, than all the piddly bullshit that the media is pushing out that divides us. Find that common ground with your neighbor, with somebody that you have a differing opinion with. Find that one area where you can have common ground and start building off of that. All right, man. Remember, people over politics. God bless you guys. Peace out.